Welcome back, guys. So it's no secret that institutional investors and even small-time landlords are pulling out of the housing market and getting out of the rental game in mass right now. They are selling off their portfolios and they are cutting rents drastically here in Southwest Florida. I think that the state of Florida is on track for a full-blown rental crash coming up here very, very shortly, specifically my area in Charlotte County in Northport of Southwest Florida. I'm going to take you through a few reasons why that is, and kind of show you what's compounding the issue here. As you guys know, this was a really hot spot. The whole state of Florida was a really hot spot during the pandemic. We were really the only place open. Everyone came here, flocked here, and a lot of people got it in their head that that was going to continue once the rest of the world opens. I love Florida, guys, but I don't, I don't see why that would have been the thought process. Or maybe they thought the rest of the world was never going to open again. I don't know. But this created a lot of investment in Florida for rentals, specifically Airbnbs. Guys, every day on the MLS, there is a fully furnished house coming. You can see it was clearly an Airbnb. They state in the description, hey, you can short-term rent this. I mean, it didn't work for us, but please buy it off us. And they are at ridiculous prices. Some of them were only bought a year and a half ago, and they're lucky if they're going to break even if someone takes it off their hands. Luckily, some of them were updated very nicely. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at. And when I show you the amount of available rentals in my county, I think it's really going to blow your mind. Because I'll tell you, traditionally, we have about 250, 300. In February, we had 250 rentals. So we'll get into it here. Before we do, guys, please give me a like, subscribe if you find any of this information valuable, share it with your friends, come back and watch another one, and we'll kick it off from here. So just to show you how bad the rental market is here in Florida, you need 3 to 4 times the monthly income, obviously plus deposit for most places. Our rents are asking typically about $2,000 to $3,000 a month. Some are at $4,000. Some places are at $5,000 a month. The median income for Charlotte County is like 60 grand per household. So that's, $2,000 a month, you're gonna need to make 6 grand every month is what they're going to want to see on paper. But the deposit is also killing you because, unfortunately, with the way things are right now, most people don't have the money for the deposit laying around. So enter the Florida lawmakers because they're here to fix everything. This is their solution. Florida lawmakers passes security depositive alternative bill for renters. And basically what this means is that the landlord can choose to add a monthly fee as your security deposit. This is basically, to me, this is financing your security deposit, which there's also companies that offer to do that. That's where we're at as well. I don't see any reason that a landlord would ever choose to do this. The whole purpose of it ruins the purpose of the security and deposit. If you move into my apartment and you haven't given me anything security deposit wise or first or last, and I charge you, $200 a month for the next 12 months to accommodate for that, you could trash my place in a month and I have $200 in my pocket. You understand what I'm saying? There's nothing, you've got to get through all the 12 months to get your security deposit as a landlord and hope nothing goes wrong. Some lawmakers do feel that this can be basically abused to take advantage of renters. And I absolutely agree with that. I mean, if I was going to do this, if I wanted a $2,000 rental deposit, and you're like, well, let me carry it the whole year. I mean, I'd probably hit you at like $350 a month on top of that, which if you can't swing the deposit, I just don't see how any of this works. These are not viable solutions. That's where the rental market is right now. This is the kind of stuff that they're coming up with. I don't see how it helps anybody, but who knows? Okay, so let's start getting into the cascading effects here. Not only are rents insane, people are leaving the area, they're not paying them, our inventory is building up. Now they've come out with a program at 2 of the largest mortgage companies offering home buyers just a 1% down payment. Now this program is being offered to lower income Americans through Rocket Mortgage and United Wholesale. They're 2 of the largest U.S. lenders. You guys probably know Rocket Mortgage right away. And their aim, they say their aim is to make home ownership more affordable at a time when high interest rates and home prices have put the market into a deep freeze. Anything to avoid prices coming down. Like that's the part that bothers me, which they are anyway. Just anything to, this is the kind of stuff that scares me. Now, there's qualifications. You have to make 80% or less of the area's median income to put just 1% down. I don't even know how you would swing a mortgage at those prices if that's your salary. It doesn't even make, these solutions are so goofy. It may work for some people. I don't know. I just don't see how that happens. You know, they'll say right here, the lenders make up the difference, and that, for example, can result in a savings of $4,000 towards a down payment on a $200,000 home. You can barely get a $200,000 home here. I don't see who this benefits. I see a lot of problems it can create. I'm sure it's going to work out for some people, but I don't think it's the best course of action at this point. So you've got renters that don't have security deposits. You have buyers that don't have down payments. But if they have any money at all, they're going to try to take advantage of this program. They're not going to rent. They're going to say, screw this, I'm buying my own house. If my mortgage is going to be $2,500 and my rent's going to be $2,500, I'm going to take advantage of the 1% program and I'm going to go buy a home. And that's what most workers that are choosing to stay in our area, and I think other similar areas, are going to end up doing, further increasing our rental vacancies. Okay, guys, and here's the big reveal. So how many rental vacancies do we have currently in Charlotte County? And remember that I said in February it was 250, and you can go back on some of my other videos and see that. Well, according to ForRent.com, there's only 992 rental units available in Charlotte County currently. What? Now, for Charlotte County, Zillow's only sitting at 600 and change, which is still catastrophically high. But ForRent.com is including all of these luxury apartments that I have been telling everyone they are coming to finalize here shortly. These people are putting them on the market, and they're already getting desperate. Their bites are so low, they're already offering 3 months rent before the construction is even finished. That's how low the interest in these apartments at these prices are. We have a new build community here that was built, I don't know if it was built specifically to rent it out or they just couldn't sell the houses, but now they're trying to rent these homes out for $2,500 to $3,500 a month in Punta Gorda, Florida, where there is no industry except service. I mean, blows me away. They're actually offering not only a free month, but we'll waive your deposit, we'll waive your application fee, and we will give you a $500 gift card. Tell somebody that a year ago that was trying to rent, they would never believe you. So we already have 992 rentals available without other major projects they've announced breaking ground yet, which I don't think they're even going to break ground. Like we have luxury apartments going in at the mall at a former Macy's. If they keep track of this, if they look at this, I don't think that ever breaks ground. But that's my opinion. I don't know. I could be wrong. I think this is happening all around the country. I know that they are building these multi-family apartment complexes all over the country right now, and the demand is clearly not there. Not at these prices, not in this area at least. It may be different in yours. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. But especially now that people are going to look and say, well, I can put 1% down and buy a house and my payment's going to be maybe a little more than rent, maybe equivalent, but then I'm building equity. That's the thought process. I totally understand that. So, there it is, guys. We have over 900. We have almost 1,000 apartments here, and nobody wants them. The hurricane hit, and everyone here jacked their rates up. I understand from a landlord's perspective, you are getting hit with massive insurance increases, massive property tax increases. I know that has to be passed on to the tenant. I understand that. But at this point, it's becoming a no-win scenario for anybody. And once these rents keep dropping, which they are dropping, these big luxury places are trying to push off doing that by giving you the free months and all these incentives, but no one's even taking that. I'm seeing price drops on rentals every day in my market, and they're going lower and lower and lower, and people still are not biting. When the small-time investors, like the Airbnb people, like your mom and pop landlords, decide that I can't hold this anymore, they're going to hit the market. And they're going to put more inventory of existing homes on the market. Not that it's going to matter if you take a look at my recent video with new construction just wiping the floor with existing home sales. Just by taking a look at Charlotte County here, you can see that our median sales price is down 6.6% year over year. Our average sales price is down almost 14%, sitting at 13.7. So the dominoes are in motion. Things need to correct. Things need to get affordable for people again. So the median sales price of condos and townhomes in Charlotte County is actually up 17%. The average sales price is up 22.7% from a year ago. Two reasons for this. One, people can no longer afford houses. They're trying to go to condos. Anyone who wants to downsize, that's pretty much their only option right now. Two, people are buying these things and renting them out, then putting them on Zillow the next day for rent. These are becoming huge investment vehicles. People are also, like buyers are trickling down from houses to condos, investors are still trying to trickle down from houses to condos as well. Unless you buy cash, which some investors are not doing, the numbers after HOA and insurance and assessments down here and taxes, I don't know how they make a profit on it. I'm seeing a lot of condos sit vacant, empty down here as well. And when you look at when they were purchased, it was like a month ago, a week ago. Some of them are up in 3 days after they sell. So this is driving condo prices up while people are fleeing single family housing. And that's going to put the overall vacancy rate up too, as these condos and townhomes sit vacant as well. And a real quick one, we'll just end it on the realtor boom ends as housing market slumps. I don't know about that. The bumps, if you look at it, the bump looks seasonal. Yeah, we lost some people. We're definitely losing some people in the industry. Real estate agents, not the best planners sometimes. You gotta understand there's going to be good, there's going to be bad times. A lot of people that got in the industry in the past 2 years are finding out, selling a house is a lot different than listing it and getting 5 offers in 10 hours. That's just how it is now. You need to know the market. You need to know what's going on. Like here, if you guys need a realtor in the area, can highly recommend myself. Info down in the description if you're interested. But yeah, I'm not too sure if this realtor boom thing is ending yet. I mean, this does look very seasonal with what they have there. He seems to do this every year. We'll see where it goes from here. And again, guys, please give me a like, give me a subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.